We have a pond monster in our backyard, but now that it's winter, we have the ability to trap it and freeze it in our pool.
It looks like there's some kind of rainbow in the ice.
Monster is now in the pool.
There's water coming out the bottom.
Look, you can see bubbles. I am currently standing next to the world's largest ice cube. And inside this ice cube, there is the pond monster. We need to break into this ice cube and get to the pond monster that is stuck in the middle so we can find out science.
Jake, what you're saying is we need to cut into this massive ice cube and take a sample of the pond monster? I'm making this an official science experiment. It kind of looks like a hockey rink.
The key here is that we cannot just melt the entire ice cube because, well, then the pond monster will come out of it and he'll probably eat all of us. We need to chip away just the right amount of it, using whatever tactics we know. Logan, is that a flamethrower?
Jake, are you sure the pond monster is inside here?
In the last video, we saw on our security footage inside our spy base that the pond monster went to this pool, we think, to hibernate. We put our science to the test when we used cryo cores to bring the temperature outside down to absolute 0. Doing so, we successfully froze the pond monster inside this pool, turning it into the world's largest ice cube. Bill, what are you doing?
I think I see the pond monster's eyeball.
What? What is that?
Perfect eyeball crew. I think we should just let the pond monster hibernate because if we wake him up, he's gonna be even more mad.
If we want to figure out a way to stop the anomaly, which is some sort of extraterrestrial device that's calling monsters or even creating them, we need to figure out how we can disable it. And to do that, I believe the secret lies within this pond monster.
Yeah, Jake, you know what they say about frozen dogs. You leave them frozen and you stay in the warm spy base.
We can stay in the spy base and you guys can see what you can do with the ice.
Okay, I knew that some of you would be scared, which is why I have a tactic. You two will receive 2 packs of Pokemon cards each if you help us melt the ice and get to the pond monster. The best part is, whatever cards we pull, as long as they're a full art or an illustration rare, one of you guys will get to take home the cards.
Did you say Pokemon cards?
All you have to do is smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, most importantly, destroy that bell button, and leave a hashtag Pokemon to be entered into the giveaway.
Obsidian Flame, let's see what you
You
get!
can't just open. Okay, fine, we can open one, I guess. Ta-da! No full arts? Fine, Biggs, open one more. Oh, okay, you guys both have to save your last packs until the end of the video. Full art, something good. Oh.
To get me to go back outside, out of the warm and into the cold, where there are frostwalkers, you're gonna have to pay some more Pokemon cards.
There is one little tiny problem, though. In freezing our backyard and turning it down to absolute 0, we did somehow create a new monster. In fact, a lot of new monsters.
What?
Yeah, we're calling them frostwalkers, and as of right now, we have only seen these things since freezing the pond monster.
Those frostwalkers are very, very, very scary.
Well, the good thing is Logan was able to figure out a way to stop them.
You see, after blasting the Frostwalker, it exploded into pieces, but then magically reassembled, which is when I got the bright idea to use salt and melt it.
Which definitely came in clutch, because me and Biggs were stuck inside of a shed. It looks like these frostwalkers are primarily made of ice, which makes sense because it is freezing outside.
Jake, why are we back in the laboratory?
In front of you, I have 2 brand new blasters to use against our friends.
What is this?
Very delicate with that. Very
What is
delicate with
this?
that. Okay,
Whoa.
just delicate, okay? They all have different abilities. This one, I'm trying a saltwater composition. If you point this at a frostwalker, boom, 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 boom. Frostwalker melting. But if that's not enough, seeing as how your salt bullets were pretty good, I thought we could amp it up. Maybe take on multiple frostwalkers at once. Which is why I have a pressurized salt blaster. You just pump it up like this. You find yourself a frostwalker, and then boom! Frostwalker eliminated.
How do we know this is gonna work on Frostwalkers?
Good thing you asked. Luckily, I'm gonna test these out right now on Phil's pet ice cube.
Phil, why do you have a pet ice cube?
How did you know about my pet ice cube?
Because Phil, you call it George and you keep it in the freezer and it's kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Just get your pet ice cube.
I give you George!
That's your pet ice cube?
That's my hamburger. I was looking for that thing for a week.
Yeah, George must have ate him.
Now the question is, will George melt when he's blasted by this?
I hope not. George is a full 4 days old.
Fire! Dude!
Can I still eat the hamburger? Oh man.
Guys, we need to focus right now. There's a pond monster frozen in our backyard and we need to unfreeze it.
But first, when's the next time you're gonna have a massive ice cube in your backyard? Cannonball! Let's go!
You guys might be having fun, but maybe you're forgetting that there's a pond monster inside this ice cube?
Okay, yes, maybe we should come up with a concrete idea on how to extract DNA from the pond monster. Also, guys, remember, as much fun as the giant ice cube is, there are still frostwalkers out here.
Whoa, 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 okay.
I'm not even going that fast. No, please stop. I can't.
What are you guys doing
No,
right now?
it's really making me dizzy.
Do it.
Do what?
Explain what we're doing, Jake.
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
I told you not to spin him in the chair.
Challenge drives innovation. That's why when Edison and Tesla were going at it, that's what led to the invention of the Tesla car. Which is why we're gonna split up into 2 teams. Me and Logan versus Phil and Biggs. Whoever can break the ice the best will be the winner.
That's the sound the ice is gonna make when we destroy it.
All right, everyone has 5 minutes. Gather whatever items you need to break ice and meet me down by the world's largest ice cube. Let's go! Now it's time to kick this challenge off. Phil and Biggs will start on this side, while me and Logan will start on this side.
But the pond monster's in the middle.
We will combine forces and see which one can get to the pond monster the quickest.
We ain't combining anything. Me and Big Z are taking you boys down.
Phil, we're taking you down. We all have different methods and some secrets up our sleeves, so it's time to see which one of us is the best at breaking the ice.
Let the ice games begin!
Already started, boys.
Whoa,
Whoa, Biggs!
Oh, that's disgusting! All right, well, it's a good thing we're not on this side.
It's also barely melting. And you missed the spot.
All right, forget the pee. We're going straight to the crowbar. I'll get there eventually. So,
Oh!
Dude, it looks like it's glass.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Logan, we're gonna be working smarter, not harder. You see, while they're going and using their manual labor, they're gonna tire out eventually, which means they're not gonna get very far.
Big Z, we're winning. Come on.
That's why we're gonna use something a little bit better. We're gonna drill very precise holes using this drill, and then we're gonna fill it up with some big boom bombs.
Come on, Big Z, we're winning.
Okay, I'm gonna make 3 holes for the big boom bombs, and then we'll let them go.
Jake, what are big boom bombs?
Big Z, we're gonna win this fight.
Oh! Jake, they are starting to make really good progress using that crowbar.
Oh! It's like a Beyblade! And now we have a perfect hole. Check it out, Logan.
So you want to put big boom bombs in these 3 holes?
Exactly.
Big Z, help me lift it. 3, 2, 1.
Come on, Boo.
No, we didn't get deep enough.
We gotta dig deeper. Come on, you got this.
Okay, now that we have these perfectly made holes, we can easily stick our boom bombs inside. Then we'll set them on fire, and hopefully massive chunks will come off way quicker than Phil and Biggs.
Deeper.
Whoa! I think it's working! Okay, the boom bomb might have not made a huge boom, but it did make a huge hole. This thing melted into the ice. I say we just keep putting boom bombs in here until this whole thing falls off. It's smoldering. It's doing something. So clearly these boom bombs are working, but it seems like as they start to melt the ice, they just fizzle out because it's water. We need to figure out a different way to approach this. Okay, and final boom bomb test. Hopefully this works. At least we're making some progress. It worked! It worked!
Jake, what happened?
It exploded the exact way I wanted the boom bomb to go. Look, it made a massive crack. Which means...
There's a crack here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude!
That's insane.
Look at that. That's crazy. And we barely had to even put any effort in. Just light a few boom bombs.
Jake, it looks like there's some kind of rainbow in the ice. I don't know if that's something to do with the anomaly or the pond monster?
Yeah, also, if you look, there's different cracks. You can see where the structural integrity of the ice is.
It looks like there's something in the ice, some sort of weird substance.
If I don't use a big boom, but a small, tiny sizzle boom, we might be able to crack this even better. Give me my drill. Whoa! Just like that.
That's exactly what we want.
Why do you guys get all the power tools and the big boom bombs and we just have a hammer?
All right, Pixie, we're gonna lose to Jake and Logan if we don't think of something smart. And I got something real smart that's gonna help us get through this ice.
Sounds perfect. What is it?
I got our McDonald's order from yesterday.
How is a cheeseburger gonna help us break the ice, Phil? That's not very
The
smart.
cheeseburger's not gonna help, but all the leftover salt will.
All this salt came from your French fries?
I like extra salt. What can I say?
Jake, it looks like it's working. The salt is melting right into the ice.
Don't worry, Logan. I've got an even better plan. By specifically placing these sparklers and lighting them all simultaneously, we will create a massive chain reaction of cracks that should break our entire half off.
The salt is working!
Oh! That's what I call a salt success.
Guys, it kind of looks like it's not completely solid ice. Like there's some water in there. We may have not completely frozen it.
You're just saying that because you're scared of losing.
I'll be right back.
Logan, is that a flamethrower?
We are gonna torch this thing right now.
That's so unlike you, but I love it. Oh, that's definitely gonna melt some stuff. Are you ready? Oh!
Whoa, Jake, whoa, there's water coming out the bottom.
That's way more than what we melted. Must be that the inside's still hollow. Look, you can see bubbles.
Something is definitely happening. There's a lot of movement over here.
Wait, that means the pond monster could still be alive. The pond monster might not be frozen. Phil,
Jake,
stop breaking stuff.
The pond monster might not be frozen. There is a lot going on right now. There's a massive crack right here.
That's a big chunk! Hey, Logan and Jake, check this out!
The water's really starting to come out, guys. Something is definitely happening.
That's not gonna work!
If you listen very carefully, you can hear the water. Guys, I think the pond monster could be inside the block. Hold on. Not frozen.
All right, enough of this challenge. It's a good thing my great-great-great-grandpappy left me his most valuable tool.
Is that a chainsaw?
You bet your bottom it is. He was a tree veterinarian.
A tree veterinarian?
But guys, we have to be very careful. We didn't realize this thing is hollow. If we cut too much of the ice, remember, the pond monster could escape.
Pond monster, here we come! Okay, that's about all I had in me.
Whoa. Hand me that chainsaw and that goggle-looking weird helmet thing.
I really hope that's not a big door for the pond monster to get out.
Thank you, Jakey, but this one's for the win.
Come on, Phil. It's breaking. Whoa,
The biggest piece ever!
whoa, whoa.
Whoa! We broke through the ice! So what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? The victory is me and Bigsy's. Therefore, the Pokemon cards are ours.
Okay, fine. Phil? You got a full art, but you dropped it in the snow! If you liked and commented and put a hashtag Pokemon, you might win this card, but it also might be a little wet by the time you get there, but you'll also be getting the snow picks! It's a parachute! Oh, 2 full art cards. This is gonna be going to the winner. It's gonna be covered in snow, but you know it's authentic that way.
Guys, is that the
Pond monster.